Hi, this is Tyler Woods. You're listening to KMKR LP 99.9 FM Tucson. And guess what? That's right. Welcome to Music Matters. Hi, this is Tyler Woods, and you're listening to KMKR LP 99.9 FM Tucson. And guess what? Music matters. And because music matters, I am sitting here today with a very creative young man who has got his fingers in all kinds of pots here around Tucson. Welcome, Bryce J. Rogers. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's really good to see you. And I'm going to turn this up so y'all might hear a ding. And there's a ding. So, Bryce, I used to play in a band with you called Zen Salad.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've just done some live shows just to do them. And you're like a music son to me almost. You know, you're so talented and inspired, and I love talking with you. And you've got lots of skill. If you guys didn't know, Bryce does some live shows on Sunday nights on YouTube. Or not on YouTube, but on Facebook. And I try to catch a little bit of that each week. But he also, he updates you about some of the technical things going on in the music world. And his latest project is something I absolutely adore. And Bryce, I'm going to let you tell the audience about that.
Okay, sounds great. So I'm doing a project right now called Tucson Murals and Music. And Tucson Murals and Music is a community collaboration project. It's a video series, and its goal is to highlight Tucson's incredible art and its music scene through live acoustic performances by local songwriters filmed in front of our city's various beautiful murals.
That is so cool. Bryce, I gotta ask you, what possessed you? What gave you this idea? Because it's incredible. And I admit, I participated in one of them, and it was very fun. And you're very skilled with doing it. But what got you into it?
Well, that's a great question. I had the idea last year to start doing this video series. I'm a YouTuber, so I had a personal goal to upload 100 videos. And I filmed all sorts of live performance videos of myself in different locations in nature. And eventually I started reaching out to muralists in Tucson and was asking if I could include their art in the backgrounds. And as I researched this, I was surprised just how many beautiful murals there are in Tucson. There are so many. And I saw this as a really, really amazing opportunity to include the community around me. This was a way to give back and to network and just to have collaboration.
Yeah. And you've had collaboration. Tell me some of the people you've recorded so far.
So far, we've had 10 different songwriters and just as many murals. We've had yourself on there, which was awesome, down on 4th Avenue. We've shot a lot of fun videos on 4th Avenue.
Yeah,
one of the cool parts about that is also including the businesses, because a lot of these murals are incorporated outside of our local businesses.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's all around collaboration. So we've had about 10 different songwriters, ranging from Gary Sang, who does country music, to our latest video with Chet Preston, who does instrumental guitar songs.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the murals that I've been really excited about, we've been filming for our last couple videos, is called The Living Mural. The Living Mural is on 4th Avenue, and it was started by Jason Lee Nolan. And this mural was aimed to get artists of all different ages and skill sets all working together and making their mark on Tucson. So this mural has about 20 different people working on it at a time, and it goes in phases. So it continues to change and grow over time.
Great. That is so awesome. And so you've done 10 so far. I know you've done Holly Jab.
Mm-hmm.
You've done Graham Smith.
Yep, Graham Smith. Christy Cunningham has
Christy
been on there as
Cunningham,
well.
she's incredible.
Yeah.
And where can they, just real quick, before we go any further, if somebody wanted to watch these, where could they find that at?
Oh, we're really easy to find. You can just look up Tucson Murals and Music on YouTube, and it will bring up all those beautiful videos. We got great thumbnails, so it's easy to find. We also have a Facebook page and an Instagram, and that's at Tucson Murals and Music. You also can find some of these by touching base with the artists and musicians that were involved. Yeah.
Okay, so here's my thinking. I'm just curious. You're saying that there's a lot of beautiful murals here in Tucson, and we have a lot of talented musicians. But what made you click the two together? It just, the curiosity has got the best of me.
Oh, that's a great question. Good thing to be curious about. Art is ever changing. The murals in Tucson will inevitably grow with the city, and over time, new murals are going to take their place. And I figure the same goes for us songwriters.
Yeah.
So this series is a small way to memorialize the artistic people that make Tucson such a wonderful place to live.
Yeah, I think that's great. Me being a native Tucsonan, so I've been here for 63 years. I work at KMKR because it's with Zero Craft, which is about community reaching out for community to community. I think it's incredible that you are doing this, and kudos for that. And I want to get it out there. Tell me, Bryce, what is involved with doing this?
So these are live acoustic performances. So we go out to the murals, with the songwriters, and it's a live performance. The last couple, we've been blessed enough to be able to have some artists actually painting in the background while the
that's
musician.
cool.
Yeah, that sure is a treat. With the living murals, since there's so many artists involved, we've been able to include the artists in the videos as they do the work. So the actual filming is pretty straightforward. After that, it's just as simple as putting the videos together, making sure we got links for the musicians so that people can find them, the artists as well, and sharing it. It's it's been a really, really great way to be able to give value back to the community in my own way, because making YouTube videos over the last couple of years, and really kind of honing in on doing live acoustic performances, there's only so many you can do of yourself. And so it's a blessing for me too, to be able to include so many talented people, and work with them, and sharpen my skills, and give them a cool piece of content that they can take home and share with people.
And Tucson has tons of murals, so you have tons of work to do, it seems like.
Yeah. Even with the living murals, which are on 4th Avenue, like I mentioned.
Now, when you call them living, let me interrupt you. What does living mean again? People are working on them still, or what does living murals mean?
Yeah, so Jason Nolan set this up to be an ever-evolving mural. He's doing it in phases, and there's themes to each one, and each phase has new artists come in. And I think there's about 20 at a time. So the videos we've shot for the last couple mural and music videos, there is all new art on the wall now. None of the art that is in the last couple videos is on the wall anymore. New artists, new art.
So they erase the old ones and put new ones on?
Yes, this is a temporary and ever-growing wall. So the artists, sign on for that. One of the cool things that Jason does, if you sign up at the end of the phase, then you get first dibs for the next mural. And they actually have 2 living murals on 4th Avenue right now. So
what part of 4th Avenue?
It's on 7th, outside of Wooden Tooth Records.
Okay.
And then there's one down the street, which it's right on 4th Avenue, and I think it actually made it into the news last week because it's stained glass and it says Tucson on the mural. It sure is a treat. It's easy to find. It really is. It's right on 4th Avenue. You can't miss it.
Great, great. Yeah, I'd like to be able to go there and take a look. Hey, Bryce, let's give these guys a break. Let's play one of your songs. Tell me which one you'd like me to play.
Painted Angel, please.
Okay, I like that song, Painted Angel it is. And so this is Tyler Woods. I'm sitting here with Bryce J. Rogers today, and we're going to listen to his song that he wrote and recorded called Painted Angels, and we'll be right back.
If you're chewing on the malice of a lonely heart, but the sorrow in its beating doesn't stop. If you're wasting all your time on hateful words, maybe it's time to change your thoughts. From broken moments where I never let it show, to heartfelt screams where I learned to let go of those who wronged me and the times I hurt myself. I believe we all need help, need help, need help, need help. I believe we all need help. I used to call myself a loser. Sometimes I think that I still am, but I can't give it any second thoughts. I'm trying to be a better man, to stand up, to speak out, to sing for justice as well as love. From broken moments where I never let it show, to heartfelt tears where I learned to let go of those who wronged me and the times I hurt myself. We're human after all, we won't always get it right, but justice and equality shouldn't have to be a fight. It's a right, a human right. How dare you use a God to challenge other people's rights? Do you want to fight? 'Cause I've had enough of the intolerance, racism, and list of phobias. That's not love. Where's the love from broken moments where I never let it show? To heartfelt screams where I learned to let go. Oh, those who've wronged me and the times I hurt myself. I believe we all need help, need help, need help, need help. I believe we all need help, need help, need help, need help. I believe we all need help, need help, need help, need help. I believe we all need help.
Bryce, I love that song. What was your inspiration for that?
Well, Painted Angel kind of came in a few parts. But are you familiar with the show Doctor Who?
Yeah, I haven't caught it because they want you to pay for it now, but I am familiar with it. Yes.
Oh, I watched it back when it was free. um,
Silly me.
it's it's the chorus from that song comes from one of the newer seasons of Doctor Who, and it's kind of talking about waiting for somebody, somebody that inspires you in creative, artistic ways, and knowing that they have places to be and things to do because they're a beautiful soul, but wishing that they'd stay anyways.
Okay, I love that. I love that. You're a very talented musician. So thank you for being part of my life. Listen,
Oh,
um,
likewise.
yeah, yeah, it's a tight friendship. Listen, you talk a lot about YouTube, and I'm a YouTube fanatic. In fact, I spend about 2 to 3 hours in the morning, and I get up quite early as 2:30 and 3 o'clock, so I can
Ooh,
have the honor of not having it so crowded and having quiet, so I could look for songs to play on KMKR, and I'm always looking for the unique songs. But I love YouTube also for my own bands. Could you tell our listeners, and especially if they are musicians, how important YouTube is for people, musicians?
well, I think for different people, it's going to have a different level of importance. But I think YouTube, for me, has just been a foundation for everything. YouTube offers the unique experience to be able to share what you're doing, music for me, in a free format. And not only can your quality improve, but the cool part is, you post a video and maybe it doesn't get a lot of traction right away, but over time, as you continue to make content and as people see that, a video that's 5 or 6 years old can all of a sudden take off and you can get a lot of traction from that. And it's free. So, what you're investing is your time and your energy into learning how to use it. I know there's other platforms that people have really been utilizing well, but I'm like you. I am a big fan of YouTube,
Yeah,
just
I
because
mean,
how
it's
it
cheap.
operates.
It's cheap, it's easy, it's simple. And I
Yeah.
want to say something about that. Don't get discouraged if I have some videos that are, I did them about, one I did 8 years ago and one I did 12 years ago. And one of them has 14,000 views and one of them now has that 16,000 views. And it's
Ooh.
got nothing to do with music as much as their videos about mental health with music in the background. And I look at that because I don't visit that page very often. And the other day, for some reason, I thought, I wonder how that page is doing. And I was pretty blown away
That's
because
incredible.
it's so old. I mean, it's as old as 14 years old and it's still getting hit. So that's the longevity of YouTube. And I always tell people, be careful what you put on, because if you don't take it down, people are going to see it and go, ah, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I'm kind of proud of my work. And I think the other thing we have to talk about YouTube is there's not everyone's going to like what you're doing, and don't take it personal.
Yeah. Yeah. YouTube is because it's free and available to everybody. It's such a great place to hone your craft, and I think that's part of it. Seeing what content works for you, seeing what content other people like. And the great part is, like you said, you can delete something, you can take it down, and it's not costing you anything for that experiment, for that opportunity to be like, is
Right.
this gonna fit in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or you can leave it up like I did and just go, holy shamoly, it fit in, and maybe it
Yeah.
made a difference. So, hey, I want to break again real quick. I want to play something that you recorded as a mural. Which song is going to have good radio quality that I can play for people?
Oh, from the Mural music series?
Mhm.
Oh, I mean, they're all that's the other thing about this series is all of the audio is mastered and up to par. So What do you have there available? Do you have all of them?
Well, I can go and get them. I mean,
Oh,
I have a program that lets me download from YouTube, I believe. So
oh,
yeah.
great. We should do one of your songs.
Which one?
Bring It On Back.
I like that song.
That was
Okay.
so fun.
Well, then I feel odd introducing that song. So why don't you introduce that song?
This is Tyler and her friend Ruthie performing Bring It On Back.
The world we live in, it needs to change. There's so many things we could rearrange. When the night is white and the day is black, it makes me wonder, can we bring it on back? Bring it on back. Bring it on back. Let's bring it on back. Bring it on back. Bring it on back. Let's bring it on back. I wish that we would pay attention. We're in a world filled with so much tension. Is there a way we could get on track? Makes me wonder, can we bring it on back? Bring it on back. Bring it on back. Let's bring it on back. Bring it on back. Bring it on back. Let's bring it on back. Bring back some understanding. Stop this demanding. When push comes to shove, makes me think about love. Love. I think that there's too much to spare. It makes me wonder how we all got there. I think that love is what we lack. It makes me wonder, can we bring it on back? Bring it on back. Bring it on back. Let's bring it on back. Bring it on back. Bring it on back. Let's bring it on back. Bring it on, 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 bring it on back. Bring it on back. Bring it on back. Let's bring it on back.
Well, thanks for requesting that, Bryce. I do like that song because it's talking about what's happening in the now. I would like things to come back. I want to bring things back the way it used to be, sort of like before the pandemic. And that was my way of getting it out, is my frustrations out, was to do that, which is why I like being a musician and a singer and songwriter. It is the best way, excuse me, that's my chair, guys. It is the best way to process emotions. Do you think?
Yeah, I definitely agree. You know, and it's something that people can resonate with, especially a song like that with Bring It On Back. It's such a sing along, and I love hearing it. Every time I hear it, it's just such a treat. And you can feel that unity and just, I don't know, I can't help but to sing along with that song.
Yeah.
And I think that's what music does.
Yeah, if I ever take it to a studio, I want a choir in back of it doing the Bring It On Back, you know.
Yeah.
So speaking of, you had said something about, well, the quality is good. Yes, that's what I was hoping to get at. I watched you set up the day, you know, you had us get up at the god awful early hours in the morning so we could beat traffic and not have the external noise. And I mean, we met early on a Sunday morning, like at 8 a.m. for you to set up. And getting a musician up at that hour, except for me, who gets up at 2:30 or 3, is kind of asking a lot, but I get why you do it. Now, tell me about the whole process. So you're just not putting a microphone or your phone up there and recording it. What are you doing?
Well, we're running from a field recorder. We're using a Zoom H6. I love everything by Zoom. They have such great technology, and this field recorder works perfect for what we're doing, especially with singer-songwriters. We usually have a microphone for the voice. We got a plug-in for the guitar or microphone there as well if it's needed. And then, like you mentioned, we did have to get up kind of early to do the shoot. And just a quick shout out to every performer that has managed to get up that early and get their vocal cords warmed up to do these videos. Thank you guys. And you did a great job. So, there are a few elements like traffic that we've had to work around. We have had one shoot where we tried to do it in the afternoon, and there's just too many cars. But for the most part, we've done pretty good managing getting out in the mornings, especially on Sundays, and beating that traffic and getting a really good audio take. It has been definitely a growing experience for me because I'm an amateur, a mixer and master at this point. But doing this series has just honed my skills so much. And I had the opportunity to actually rework a lot of our first handful of videos audio. So now everything is at a decent level and is usable. And one of the cool things about this series is because the content that we're using for it is the videos, I've just started giving the audio to each musician that participates so that they can have, first that raw audio and then the mixed audio and use it for them.
Yeah, that's great. That you are clever. You are very clever, and that's another thing I appreciate about you. Yeah, when I was there as you were setting up, and your wonderful girlfriend, I forget the name again.
Amira.
God, she is so wonderful. She was out there. She was helping you. She was also taking pictures so that you had momentums of pictures and everything.
Yeah.
And, do you think having your significant other support you is helpful?
Oh, definitely. In this series, I feel bad I didn't mention that before. Part of it is having Amira there to help take photos. Sometimes that doesn't always work out. People got busy schedules, but having her there to handle the photo end of things has led to another level of quality. It
really brilliant. Has. I found it to be. I've been in the field since I was 6, and I'm 63, so it's been a long time that I've been in the music industry. And you've honed it out, Bryce. And how old are you? 23, 24?
24 years old.
24, and you are on it like fly is on honey. So congratulations on that. Let's talk. Go ahead.
I was just going to say I have some great examples, performing with you and your partner Leslie, and everybody in our band. I've had some really great examples.
Yeah, and that's how I've learned. I've learned from good examples and bad examples. We have to keep in
True.
mind when we've had a negative example, it's not the end of the world, because that negative example can really be the cornerstone for teaching us a really important lesson.
Yeah, that's true. As a kid, I went to a chess club every week, and there was somebody, one of the masters of the class, that always wanted to play with me, and he'd whoop my butt, and I'd say, I keep losing. You're too good. It isn't fair. He'd always tell me, you always learn the most. You get the most out of an experience when you don't win, when you have moments where you stumble and grow and learn. And so it's so true. You can learn so much from bad examples as well as good.
Yeah, well, and I love that saying, sometimes when you win, you lose.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you lose, you win. And so I count them both as progressions into my career, into music, and my professional career as a psychotherapist. So that's kind of good. Let's go listen to another song real quick. Bryce, what are we going to listen to?
Another one of mine here.
Sure.
How about Dirty Hands, please?
Do I have that?
Dirty Hands? I think so. If not,
You'll send me the MP3, right?
absolutely.
Okay.
I got it handy.
You got it. Your dirty hands on it? Is that
I do.
okay? I'll be right back. This is Tyler Woods, and we're going to listen to Bryce J. Rogers doing Dirty Hands, and I'll be right back.
I got dirty hands as I play my guitar. Some say it's not worth much, it's got me pretty far. Whoa, whoa, I got dirty hands as I play my guitar. Some say it's not worth much, it's got me pretty far. I'm alive, and that's more than most of us can hope for. I won't pretend that I don't miss what I left behind, 'cause I've been waiting here most of my life, regretting what I left behind. Whoa, you have jaded hands as you handle my heart, never piercing or killing me, but always tearing me apart. I break it down, I don't know why. Every time I hear that stupid song, I always cry. I won't pretend that I don't miss what I left behind, 'cause I've been waiting here most of my life. I won't pretend that I don't miss what I left behind, 'cause I've been waiting here most of my life, regretting what I've left behind. I got dirty hands as I play my guitar.
So, Bryce, of course, my next question is going to be, and because that's where it goes, is what is next for Bryce J. Rogers?
Oh, well, that's a great question. So, right now I'm working on a full-length album. I have a couple EPs out. but I have my heart set on a 16-song album, and it's kind of a story or a capturing of a period in my youth, growing up, dealing with a mental health crisis, and learning how to love myself. And that's where my head's been at lately. It's been a project that I've been working on for quite a while now, but I'm finally getting closer. And I have a date set for next year in September 2022 for a full release for this album, as well as a little book, because it's a story about me growing up. So they're going to be going hand in hand.
And that story, you're talking to a psychotherapist, so that story does involve your mental health, and I believe some severe depression, correct?
Yeah, that was definitely part of it. I had a time in my teens where I had to stay at a behavioral hospital, and that was hard. But like we talked about before, I learned a lot from that negative experience, and this album kind of weaves through that.
Good. And there's nothing wrong with working on our mental health at all.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is sometimes I think it's those experiences that make the greatest songs.
I agree. Yeah. I agree.
I want to commend your bravery for even bringing that up. I think some of our most creative people in the entire world have had some sort of mental health issues. And I think we all have issues, and we're just not confident enough, or our ego gets in the way and we don't admit that we have depression or anxiety or self-doubt or addictions or whatever it is. And I praise you for being able to do that. There were some drawbacks with this CD. You're on the right track now?
Yeah, I am on the right track now. There was some hang-ups, but like everything, I feel like it's for the best with the process, and being able to spend a little bit more time with it is going to be good. One of the things that I'm going to start by doing, because I've pushed back that release date a year, is I'm going to go with my most authentic means of content, and I'm going to do a live acoustic video on YouTube of all of the songs on the album, back to back.
I love that.
And I'll be releasing that this next month, which was the original release date for the full album. So this will be kind of like a, hey, we're going to wait
teaser.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
These are great. And are you doing some of your own self-producing?
Yeah. For this project, my original goal was to work with a producer and a studio. Now I'm kind of cutting back a little bit.
Okay.
The project is going to be a little bit more personal and self-produced. Yeah, thank you.
I love
I'm really
that.
Excited.
I think we forget as musicians what is at our fingertips. Like I have a 24-track studio here in my office, just on my computer, cost a couple $100, a couple of decent mics, and good musicians that can help me. I'm going to be starting a CD project this next year, and I'm going to do it in my studio, and we've got Bandcamp and CD Baby and all these things that'll help get it out there. And I think sometime, Bryce, I'd love to have you on the show, and we can talk about those who want to do self-production and save an awful lot of money. Because I think that's important.
Yeah, definitely. And then they can get on KMKR and have you play their song.
Yay, I love KMKR. And what I love, and if you're listening out there, is we can't cover enough musicians because they're not understanding that. Send us your music, and if it's suitable, we'll play it. We will play your music as long as there's no swearing in it. Or if there is, we can kind of like bleep it out, but send us your music. Bryce, this has been a great interview. I want to leave them I'm going to be actually playing quite a bit of the songs. If you would mind sending me some of the raw video, the video of the stuff that you highlighted, not the video,
Yeah.
but the MP3s, because
Totally.
within this next week, if you can do that soon, I'm actually going to dedicate the whole first set to the people that played in your videos, in your murals and music video.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Great. Yeah.
let's
I'll
give
do that.
everybody, because essentially what you're doing too is you're getting those people out there. So you're also acting like somebody, like what I enjoy doing is you're helping people's music be heard. And at the same time, you're helping artists be seen at the same time.
Yeah, it sure is an honor to do it. This video series, I didn't think it'd turn out to be this cool or to have this much awesome collaboration, but it's sure been an uplifting experience for me.
Yeah, it really has been very inspiring for me to watch you do this, and thanks for doing this. So what would I leave them with? Which mural video do you want me to play for them to leave them?
Let's do one of our latest ones. We had Wally Larder on.
Okay.
How about we do his song "Strong Not Tough"? That was such a treat to film and record. Like your set, it really had that very engaging aspect and was thoughtful, and that's one of the best parts about doing this video series. Is hearing these new songs by songwriters that just inspire me with my writing. It's sure been a blast. So that will be Wally Larder, "Strong Not Tough."
Okay, I appreciate that. And so my name is Tyler Woods. I've been sitting with Bryce J. Rogers, singer, songwriter, producer, videographer, you name it, the list goes on. And we're going to leave you with Wally Larder doing "Strong Not Tough." And then when I come back, we're going to talk a little bit about music, and then we're going to play some more off of Bryce's murals and music. Bryce, thanks you again.
Be strong, not tough. If you gotta be tough, just be tough enough. Have strong shoulders, but don't grow colder. The world needs all your love. Be strong, but not too tough. Be wise, not smart. Well, it's good to be smart, but keep your heart. If you feel deeply, you'll think more sweetly. Be sure to play your part. Be wise, but not too smart. At the end of the day, or the end of your days, when you lay yourself to rest, you can take it with you, but maybe that's not true. Maybe you can bring the best of you. Be honest, but kind. Speak your truth with a gentle mind. Don't hold back the gift you have. Don't keep your light inside. Be honest, but kind. At the end of the day, or the end of your days, when you lay yourself to rest, you can take it with you, but maybe that's not true. Maybe you can bring the best of you. Be strong, not tough. If you gotta be tough, just be tough enough. Have strong shoulders, but don't grow colder. The world needs all your love. Be strong, but not too tough. Be strong, but not too tough. Be strong,